What's good, YouTube? I'm Quasar.
And I'm Nova.
And we're the Chronomaly Kings. So for today's video, we're going to talk to you guys about a different ruling between the TCG and OCG. Mainly the new card that came out in the Dark Illusion set, the Pot of Desires. So if you don't know what that card does, it's basically you can only activate one per turn, banish the top 10 cards of your deck face down, and then draw 2 cards. So it's another generic +1, so it's pretty good, it's pretty sought after. But the fact that you have to banish the top 10 cards of your deck's like a heavy cost, like for activation. So in the OCG, after those cards are face down banished, you're actually allowed to look at those cards and see what they are. Just make sure they stay in the same order and everything. Whereas in the TCG, once they're banished face down, like
they're face down.
Yeah, they're gone. Like
we
don't have any cards to like interact with them. You're not allowed to look at them.
Yeah, there's no card that's like target one of your banished face down cards and add it to your hand.
Yeah,
there ain't none of those cards.
Well, a card like Necroface, for example, would still essentially shuffle them all back into the deck. So that would kind of be like the only thing you could do, because
if you were putting them all banished cards into the back into the deck at once, you could do that.
Yeah,
but at that point they wouldn't be in your banished zone anymore.
But the fact that you're not allowed to look at them in the TCG, whereas in the OCG you are, is like.
Now my question is, if you say make it Omega, right? And his effect lets you target a banished card and put it in your deck. If you just target one of your face down cards and don't look at it, can you put it back in your graveyard?
That's actually interesting.
Because technically you're not looking at the card, so you're not interacting with the banished card, but it's still a banished card, so you can still technically Omega should be able to still put it back.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Because technically it's still banished, which means Omega's effects target one banished card.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're gonna get any rulings on like if the card's still banished like that. Actually, that was just a stupid thought that I had. But I think that I don't know. Like, I think overall, I think the OCG being able to look at them is fine. But at the same time, I mean, it's probably a lot more difficult to play not knowing what the card is, what the cards are. So it takes more thinking. Whereas in OCG, you can kind of get away with not really thinking.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of strange that they would do that way. But you'd think that the United States people would want it a little more lazy.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so like that's our thoughts on it.
Let us know what you think or what you would prefer actually for rulings on a card like that, or if anything similar were to come out in the future.
Or if you know any other cards that can like put them back into deck or grave, tell us if there's a ruling on that. So remember, like, comment, subscribe,
and we'll see you next time.